Can you see better?
Yes, a lot better.
Yes. Every workout now, 1 scoop of carboline, I don't know. And 1 scoop of my branched chain amino acids. I just mix them together. And since my workouts lately have only been, since I'm lifting 5 days a week right now, and I'm doing high intensity interval training for about 20 minutes 3 times a week. So most of my workouts are less than an hour lately. And it takes me about an hour to get through just this much beverage. I just am not that thirsty when I work out. So I usually start drinking this like probably like 5 or 10 minutes into my workout. And then I'm just drinking it the whole time I'm working out. And both of these supplements are fruit punch flavored, so they like go well together. For all you guys who have asked me about an intra workout and why I take one, I explained it in my supplement stack video a little bit. But basically, it just gives me a really nice boost of energy. When I say boost of energy, it just lets me prolong my energy level as I'm working out, because I don't know if you guys have recognized this, but like at the beginning of your work, I'm sure you all have, this is like the science of energy. Like at the beginning of your workout, you're like super pumped and like ready to go, and then like halfway in, you're kind of like lacking on energy. Well, and for myself personally, when I start lacking on energy, like my form starts to suffer a little bit. I won't lift as heavy. I'm just kind of like going through the motions and not really getting like a full lift. So having this intra workout, I've noticed that my energy stays up, my intensity stays up, like everything stays up. I don't leave my workouts feeling like I'm gonna pass out or anything like I would in the past. I just like feel really, really pumped because I got to like lift really hard, and I had carbs in my system the whole time, which is gonna really help like make you feel pumped. So the only thing is, it's 50 grams of carbs for a scoop. I guess you could take like half a scoop, but this is also a really good thing for people who do a lot of like cardio-based workouts. Like if you're like a runner or anything like that. I know there's like intra-workout gels and stuff like that that you can take if you're like in the middle of running, but I mean any kind of cardio-based workout, this is gonna help you a lot to be burning, you know, real fuel in your workouts and not like muscle and stuff like that, since if you're overdoing the cardio, it's going to be a tendency for your body to want to burn muscle as opposed to body fat, especially if you are more of a lean person. So, cheers.
And what were you doing earlier?
Come with me. Yeah. On my chemistry. Little baby kitten, you're a baby kitten, little baby kitten, love you very much. You have to stay with me, you have to stay with me. She'll only let me hold her if I'm bouncing her and singing. And let is I use it very loosely. She's not really letting me do anything right now. She's just kind of letting me. Stop fighting. Thank you. Alright, back from the gym. I've got a meal in me. And hi, kitten. Hello. And now I'm just at home. And Matt and I are trying to figure out what we want to do today. Can I sit this here? No. But I thought, this cat, I'm going to leave her in the frame. Yup, you're in the frame. I wanted to talk about something that I feel like I get asked about a lot, and I don't think I've ever directly made a post about it or a YouTube video about it because I feel like it's kind of controversial, and I try to kind of stay away from controversial stuff just because I don't want to hear a bunch of people fighting on my comment section on YouTube or on my Instagram page. Like, it's just negativity that I don't want. But because I've been asked about this so much, and I think it's a subject that isn't talked about a lot, I did want to say something. Is it distracting you guys? I have my cat in the background because it's distracting me. Anyway, what I want to talk about is being a Christian bikini competitor. Now, I've had a lot of girls ask me, you know, how do you justify being a bikini competitor and a Christian? Well, I don't justify anything because in my mind there's nothing to justify. I'm not saying that all Christian women are free to be bikini competitors. I think, and I should probably preface this by saying that if you're not a Christian, that this is probably not going to apply to you, so try not to be offended by anything that I'm about to say. But if you are a Christian, I guess, listen up. I think that it is so much more about what's in your heart and your motive behind competing. Because
the reason that a Christian might say that bikini competing is wrong for Christian women is because of the immodesty factor, the fact that you're on stage in a bikini showing off your body to people. They would say that that's prideful, they would say that that's not modest, they would say that a woman should be more covered than that. But for me, for starters, when it came to bikini competitions, I first of all checked my heart and checked to see if it was something that I immediately felt kind of like a check on from God, and that was never really the case. Like from the beginning, I never felt my heart like, oh, this is not right for you, Lynette, like this is not something that you should get involved in. So there's your first start. When the Bible is not 100% clear on an issue, it's clear on many issues, more than you would even realize, but when there comes an issue in your life that the Bible is not 100% on and doesn't give you a clear-cut answer, the best thing that you have to do is just check your heart and see if you feel peace about it or not, and that's kind of what I started with. Secondly, the thing that I did was ask my husband if he would be okay with it. Now, when I first started talking about bikini competitions a couple years ago, he was kind of like, what? I don't think I want you out there, like, in a bikini doing all of that. And I respected that, and I was like, okay, that's fair. Like, I'm not going to do it if you're not comfortable with it. And I think that that is another issue that Christian women should tackle, is if their husband or their close boyfriend is okay with it. Now, every feminist in the world probably just got super mad at me, but just understand that the Bible does teach that a woman would be respectful of her husband's wishes, and if he did not want her to be on stage in a bikini, that she would respect that because she respects her husband. It's not that he gets to lord over her or is the be-all end-all of all of her decisions. It's just a decision that a woman makes out of love and respect for her husband, that she would not go on stage if he was not okay with it. But it did get to a point where Matt was like, you know what, this is actually really cool. I see that you're really dedicated to it and you really, really like it. Like, if you wanted to do this, that would be totally okay with me. And so that was the second thing. Third of all, you have to realize that there are many reasons why people compete. And as a Christian woman, if your reason for competing is solely to, like, get on stage, flaunt your stuff, show off to everybody, it's all about, like, me and how awesome I am and all this kind of stuff, to me, that's just kind of a weird motive and something that I couldn't live with. If I, over the course of my life when I was competing, realized that that was my motivation, was to impress people and to show off my body and stuff like that, I would have a hard time continuing to compete. Because, I mean, you can ask anybody, you can ask my coaches, you guys have seen, I don't post immodest pictures. All the competition pictures that I have hundreds of pictures from my competition of me bent over, doing weird stuff. I've never posted those. I don't know if I've ever even posted a full body photo of myself from the stage. I think maybe like from the waist up or like cropped and stuff like that, but I never competed to be seen. I never competed to show off my body and to be like, oh, look how hot I am. Because I understand that a girl in a bikini is a sexually explicit type picture, and again, you're probably so pissed at me. I get it. These are my beliefs. This is how I feel, and that's why I never really post that stuff. And you know, there's different varying shades of what is technically immodest and what is not, and that, again, I think is a heart issue. Ask yourself why you're posting it. Ask yourself if you are doing it to draw attention, sexual attention to yourself. And I don't know, the competition process, the 20 weeks or the 16 weeks of prep going into the show, that's why I compete, is because I like that process. I like the hard work. I like all of that. If there was something that I could do other than get on stage in a bikini, I would totally do it. Like, I guess, like, powerlifting. I mean, I have no draw to powerlifting at all. I've had tons of people say I should try it. Not my thing. But if I could perform, and that would be how my competition was based off of, fine. And not to say I don't have respect for what the competition is actually based off of. And I think it's cool that it's based off of our body and it's based off of our hard work and how we've built ourselves. That's sweet. But that's just to say, like, my whole goal is not to get on stage in a sparkly bikini and be like, oh yes, look at me, yes. I guess if you're a Christian who is looking to compete, I would first of all say check your heart. See if this is something that, if you feel a big check about it, if you feel guilty about it, it just might not be for you. It might be because your reasons are wrong for wanting to compete, or that God personally is just telling you in your heart, like, hey, this is just not for you, it's not right for you. But I feel like Christians can get really, really, like, super holy and be like, let's stay out of everything worldly, like, don't do anything that the world does. Like, do's? When in actuality, like, God's intention for Christians is to infiltrate everything that's going on in the world. You know, Hollywood, social media, all this kind of stuff. We're supposed to be a part of that and to be a light in those industries. We're supposed to, I have every belief in the world, and I've actually talked to Amanda Latona about this, and she totally agrees that Christians are supposed to be in the bodybuilding industry. This is not supposed to be an industry built around sex and sexualization and, you know, degrading people. That's not it at all. And I feel like Christians, if anybody else, can totally bring back to this industry what it means to be a competitor, understanding that it's based off of integrity, based off of hard work, based off of doing what you said that you would do and committing to it. It's based off commitment. It's based off of health, you know, and not to say that bodybuilders are like the healthiest people in the world, and I understand that some people are on drugs for certain things and whatever. That's not me. My opinion of bodybuilding and why I compete is because of the person that it makes you become. Because it forces you to have integrity. It forces you to stick to a plan. It forces you to never give up if you really want to succeed. So, have I ever felt checked by God to be like, hey dude, like, probably shouldn't do that? No. And if I did, I would give it up in a heartbeat. Because competing does not come before God in my book. So, or if my husband ever said like, hey, I actually just decided I don't like you being all sexy on stage and stuff, I would give it up too. Not because he's my boss, but because I love him and respect him. It would not go on stage if it made him uncomfortable. So, I guess that's all I'm going to say about the matter. Again, if you're not a Christian, this is probably going to sound really weird to you, and you're going to be like, wow, Christians are weird. But I definitely think that a lot of Christians don't pay attention to modesty anymore, and that they don't care if they are very sexual, and they just kind of figure like, well, everybody's doing it, like, who cares? But modesty is important to me, and it's, like I said, why I don't post certain types of things and why I don't show off my body, and because modesty is important to me. But I definitely think that you can be a competitor and be a Christian at the same time and upkeep your morals and values. Competing does not make you any less of a Christian. It just doesn't, in my opinion. So now I'm probably gonna go edit vlogs because I'm like 54 days behind in Vlogmas, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know what else. I'm gonna finish up this monster because monster is life. Excuse me, you're not supposed to be on the counter. Alright, you guys, it is Sunday, and I have not vlogged anything today. This morning I woke up at 5:30 to go to the gym, and then I went to church, and then from church I went to my parents' house, and I have not done any filming because there's been nothing to film, but I did get some more mail, so we'll see. Is it so lame that I film you the mail that I'm getting? I don't know, maybe there's fun stuff in here that you guys will think is cool. It's kind of like a haul, right? This is how I open packages, by the way. Like an animal. I think this one is from one of my clients. Oh, there's a card in there that I almost completely destroyed. Merry Christmas with lots of love, the Browns. That is my super foxy client, Meg. She is super foxy. And she was one of my first clients ever. I think she signed up the week I launched my business, and she stayed with me ever since, and she's lost a ton of weight, and she's so hot. Mag, you are such a hot woman. But okay, so that's her card, and she sent me a gift. She said it was gonna be here Monday, but it's here today. Oh, so cool. Mag, you have no idea how on time this gift is, because I literally have been ripping open my hands, lifting the way I've been lifting. Look at these. How cute are these? I call them muscle mittens, but they're just, oh, they fit perfect. Good call on the size, Meg. I have teeny tiny baby hands. Look at that. So now that I've been lifting like really heavy, I have been ripping up my hands, and I don't like that. Like, I am not that person that like is super proud of calluses. No, like, I want to have lady hands. So this is so cool. Meg, you're the best. What a fun gift. And this is from Sparkle and Sweatshop. I don't know. I've never heard of it before. I have so many awesome people in my life. What is in here? Look, and it's wrapped in Disney paper. Obviously, whoever this is from knows me very well. What do you call a snowman that works out? An abdominal snowman. Aww. Thank you so much for your support and advice so far. I look forward to working with you in 2016. Hope you like the gift. I'm hoping to get one too. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love, Allie. Allie is another one of my clients. She's a newer client, but super awesome nonetheless. I know her, I think her and her boyfriend watch me together on YouTube, or is it fiance? I don't know. I think I saw a comment from him the other day though saying that you guys watch me together on YouTube, and that is precious. But also, true story, for real, like Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse are my favorite things ever because I'm crazy obsessed with Disney, so this is super cool. Aww. Cool! Okay, so here's the cover of this. It says, "No goal was met without a little sweat." And it's like a fitness journal, which is so cool. This is so cool. So inside, let's see if we can get this. Today I'm grateful for my goal to live life fit today is one thing I appreciate about my strong bod today is there's like all this stuff like rate your day. You write about your workout, you write about your food, your energy level, your mood. And like here's like a little space to journal. This is so cool. This is totally me, and like what I do, like how I start my day every morning is like journaling and like reflection and stuff like that. This is so cool. I have no idea where she got this from. It's the brand Fitlosophy. Allie, this is so cool. Thank you. All right, last thing. Oh, I'm sure you guys have seen these floating around the internet. I know I have. I have for probably about a month I've seen these floating around, especially on like Instagram. And I wanted one, but I just never really thought about it. Oh, so cute. Shut up. This is adorable. It's these Love Your Melon hats. And I'm not exactly sure exactly how it works, but I know it's like if you buy one, they'll donate one to a child who has cancer just for them to wear. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Get out of here. This is darling. I love it. Thank you, the people behind Love Your Melon. Love Your Melon is an apparel brand run by college students across the country on a mission to give a hat to every child battling cancer in America. That is super cool. If you guys are looking for a brand to like, so it reminds me kind of like of Tom's, like just a brand that gives back, which is so cool. I don't think I've really mentioned this before, but I used to be super into like nonprofits when I was in high school. My husband and I have always been a part of like charity and giving to certain nonprofits that we believe in and stuff like that. That's something that we do every single month and we always have. But when I was in high school, I was super into nonprofits, especially ones that were for like overseas work or like, especially in like third world countries or like Uganda, a lot of the stuff that was going on over there at the time, the invisible children stuff. I used to do a ton of that in high school. So all that to say that nonprofits really have a strong place in my heart. I love giving back to people. I love sowing seasons of people's lives. So this is just super cool. So yeah, that's all I have to say right now. Am I going to combine today's vlog into tomorrow? I don't know. Anything could happen.